instructor in the centre, a nice smooth finish there, and a nice roll in unison back towards the pits. When the guys obviously they're all volunteer for this team, at the moment it's all regular Royal Signals soldiers. However, you can be a reserve and join the team. We have previously had a reserve member of the team, and also you can also be a girl to be in the White Helmets as well. All the chaps come from regular regiments without the Corps, and they volunteer to spend 3 years in the team, representing the Corps and the wider army in wonderful events such as this. Now here you are, Corporal Ash Frank again with another reverse riding trick. This one, of course, the Cossacks. Those two men there hanging on to the grim line off his seat. Not a very particularly nice place to be, especially when you fall off, because that bike is going straight on top of you. But Ash doing a good job there around the corner. Just holding on because it's a bit greasy there today. But big smiles. I think they're just pleased to be back alive, really, to be honest with you. Well, here we have Sig Ben Day on top of that trick. He's going to do a ladder headstand for you. Another feat of gymnastic talent from Sig Ben Day, ridden by Corporal Shay Dawson, the chief instructor. That seat there, ladies and gentlemen, is only there in case he falls, because we don't want any helmet-on-helmet action. And then just giving up early. I think he's had too much for lunch. Well, here we are, ridden by Lance Corporal Ollie Bound. It is the Maltese Cross. Ollie there, very, very strong rider, showing how proficient he can be. This requires very delicate input. So much weight on the back of that bicycle. And of course, the team sergeant there, on the right-hand side of that trick, smiling as always, as every good team sergeant should. Corporal Daniel Papa on the top. Daniel, of course, in his last year in the team, we say goodbye to him in a few months' time. No more smiling face anymore. Well then, looking back into the pits, some of you may think, well, I've seen that trick before this evening. Well, yes, you have. Except the first one was forward, this, of course, being the reverse 40s. Instead of being ridden by the second man in, it's actually ridden this time by the guy sat on the fairing at the front. Him, of course, being Sig-Side Sumter, doing a great job there. And great job indeed. Well, then we have that man, Corporal Jack Rye. He may be Nepalese, he may be small, but he's been described as some as being a baby elephant. So here he is. Feel the pity from the crowd for the shoulders there of Corporal Jack Gooding. There's Jack there, just struggling to get his balance. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it sometimes does happen. And on a surface like this, it always was looking like it on this one. Don't we laugh when something goes wrong? That's brilliant. But a big wave. They're all right, ladies and gentlemen. They're all right. Well, here we have the chief instructor, Corporal Shay Dawson. So it is not likely to fall off this trick. Shay, of course, in his second appearance with the White Helmets, having previously served as a junior soldier. Further back in his career, but with Shay now holding the coveted position of chief instructor with a fantastic display of perfection riding on that ladder trick. Shay's going to do 2 laps, making sure he waves to every single member of the audience. All you kids out there, give him a big wave. He does love it. Keep your eyes peeled, of course, because he's yet to get off this trick. Shay's going to do something clever. He's going to run over the top of that ladder, come down on his heels, and safely save it at the last possible second. Good job, Shay. Well, here we are, coming out of the pits, ladies and gentlemen. It is the one and only 555. 16 men there on 5 motorcycles, with all the way, of course, going through the centre 3 rider shoulders. Not a very comfortable position there. You can see the grimaces of pain, especially on the centre rider there. That's Corporal Ian Greenarm. There's his head tucked to one side, but a big smile nonetheless from Corporal Ash Frank on the top. Well then, keep your eyes peeled, because because those top three chaps are going to dismount to the front. Let's see if they can land on their feet nice and gracefully. Oh, not bad, not bad. Well, for the last time today, it's that man again, Sig Reslow, with the Eagle. Just surfing around that corner there, using minute input with his ankles, as he totally nailed the white marker board. I think he was aiming first, of course. Big smiles. Well, here we are. It's going to be another series of high-speed crossovers. This is being the closing ride. What a wonderful sound those bikes make when they're all out. One thing the team haven't done for you today is going to be some head-on-head crossovers. So what they're going to do now, they're going to ramp up the danger. The guys are going to separate down into their pairs. They're going to head to different sides of the arena. Of course, checking over their shoulders just to make sure that their buckets are there. They do one last check, turn into the centre of the arena, face down each other. Then accelerate away and crossover. This being the part of the display that my mother always looks away at. But here we are, we're going to have them in pairs this time. And once again, they're going to form up into single file. And do their best job at knocking each other off in the middle of the arena. Well then, ladies and gentlemen, what an absolutely glorious day it has been today. It has been our pleasure to be here in Home on Veterans Day 2014 as Stevie Marshall takes the entire team out to take the salute on behalf of your 2014 White Helmet. Guys, now I'm just going to ride around the arena. Maybe some big plays out of the crowd. Oh, we've got one last freaking score for you. So they're going to be three men. Heal away with the rest of the group. They're going to hang around at the top of the arena because they think they can get those five on one wheel for you, ladies and gentlemen. There we have the three men, Corporal Shane Dawson, Lance Corporal Ian Greenhow and Lance Corporal Ollie Blunt. Ollie there in the centre, he's going to go first. He's going to perform for you a stand-up wheelie. Beautiful job there. Here we go, see if we can get some sit-down wheelies. Oh, the crowd's just a bit greasy there. But a good job nonetheless. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. It's been our pleasure to perform for you today.
Right, change up. We'd like to see the Vikings. The Vikings are down at the front of the arena. The Vikings will turn up next.